Hello everyone, here's Evita. Good afternoon. Today I will be taking care of these two flowering beds over here where most of my hydrangea are planted, and I have two lavender dream roses here. They are floribunda roses, so I will not be cutting too much. I'll just be pruning it, taking the dead branches away and spent blooms, and just forming it a little. And then I'll continue to trim and prune the hydrangeas. I think that's okay. So I'll just try to trim the hydrangeas and clean up the flowering beds here. It's getting colder now. I might have to go inside very soon, but I will try to finish at least taking the spent blooms and the dead branches. Yeah. Okay. So this one is the hydrangea Macrophylla Maritzi, and I'm just taking the spent blooms off. They put out the flowers on the old wood, so I cannot prune them hard. Just taking off the spent blooms, and then it will be fine. As you can see, it had a lot of blooms last year. Once in a while it suffers a little from the late frost that we usually have sometime in April, but then it comes back. I have to be careful here not to step on some of the plants that are just emerging. Okay, sometimes there are some branches that are dead, so I have to cut it all the way down. But otherwise, just the spent blooms. Like this one is dead. I have to be careful not to step on the tulips that are coming up. Yeah. So this one is my Invincibelle. So I'll just cut it. I can actually cut it all the way down, but since it's still young, it's I think 2 or 3 years old maximum, I don't like to cut it all the way down yet. the limelight, but it's still a small one, just behind the trunk. So I won't be cutting it too low either. I want it to grow higher. So basically just taking the spent blooms, but you can also prune the limelight the way you want it, as low as you want, because it also put out the blooms in the new wood. So it doesn't really matter if you cut it all the way down. This one is my Annabelle, and I cut it most of the time all the way down, or sometimes I leave some taller stalks at the back because it blooms on the new wood anyway. So I don't really have to take care. I can just cut it the way I want. This one is the white Japanese spirea, and I'd like to cut it shorter. I'll do that. These are the beds that I was working on 2 days ago, and I'm almost done. It just rained all day long yesterday, so I was doing some other stuff under the roof. And today it's really sunny, very windy, but we have mild temperatures. So I will just clean up this bed, gather the old foliage, cut more shrubs, and then I'm done